Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to oppose that recommendation and that report from the committee. Mr. Speaker, and I must thank the side of the minority, because as we stand here, we have not been threatened with maandamano if we are to go either way. So I can say we are fine. Mr. Speaker, on this house, on the floor of this house, about 2 years ago, the senator for Siaya then, none other than James Orengo, said here on this floor that impeachment generally is a political process. Mr. Speaker, the question I'm asking the members of this House, are we going to be used to sanitize the politics of Siaya, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, when I look at this report, and I want to tell the members of this House who are saying about page 11, we do not know how they arrived on this, Mr. Speaker, but of course they signed on a report that was agreed by the majority. Just to say, yes, we agreed to what we said, nevertheless not talking about the number 6 and number 5, Mr. Speaker. But I want to ask myself, Mr. Speaker, when you say you're removing somebody from office because he said in public that a certain CS was forced to resign, Mr. Speaker, is that a threshold enough to remove somebody from office? How many times have we been lied to, Mr. Speaker, by leaders whom we respect from either side, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, on that issue of political process, I keep on asking, are we going to allow this House to be used to play politics of Siaya, Mr. Speaker? And that's why I oppose that report. Mr. Speaker, we are told by that report that the said deputy governor was interfering with procurement processes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we do have directors of procurement in every county, Mr. Speaker. It is not the deputy governor. And if at all you're blaming the deputy governor, the person who is supposed to be here is the county executive, who is the governor of Siaya, James Orengo. He is the person who is supposed to be on this floor. Mr. Speaker, I saw it on the other day.
Honorable senators, especially those from the government side, we will still need these chairs after this session.
Thank you. I think I still have my 1 minute. Mr. Speaker, this House has been sitting here discussing important motions, important issues, having the CSs coming here to discuss matters of national importance, but the minority move out or always go out of the House. They are now here, Mr. Speaker, just to kick out somebody because somebody said a certain county secretary was forced to resign. Mr. Speaker, is that what we want this Senate to go down as? A House that discusses irrelevances, Mr. Speaker? Do we want this House to be taken as a House that only discusses on removal? That's why their side is full, Mr. Speaker. Look at them. Beautiful. They are here. Mr. Speaker, look at them. Look at them. Look at them, Mr. Speaker. But when we are discussing issues of the county the national importance, they move out. I ask them to move out even now. Go, so that's Siaya.
What is your point of order, Senator Eddy? Senator Eddy, what is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I rise on point order number 101.4. No senator shall impute improper motive to any other senator or to a member of the National Assembly except upon specific substantive motion of which at least 3 days notice shall be given, calling in question the conduct of this senator or member of the assembly. Mr. Speaker, as I talk about that point of order, Mr. Speaker, let me first of all extend my most sincerest gratitude to you for your empathy beyond sympathy that you have accorded me in this last week that has been excruciating in the hospital. And other senators who have also been very supportive. I know Senator Cheriot was just joking, but he's my captain in soccer and he has been very supportive during my time of surgery. I actually left the hospital this afternoon, Mr. Speaker, and on very strong painkillers to go through this process. And it's very disappointing to hear the senator of Kiambu imputing that the minority side, the senators on the minority side, are the one who have brought this case to this house. That the senators from the minority side are the ones who have come to the floor to prosecute the deputy governor of Siaya. I have been following this entire process, and I have actually been very keen not to even call members of the committee to check on them because of the honor and dignity that we give this house. Mr. Speaker, is it in order to reduce this debate to an issue of minority versus majority? But most importantly, is it in order for a senator of Kiambu to suggest that it is the senators from the minority side who are demanding for the impeachment of the deputy governor of Siaya? And Mr. Speaker, can he actually be able to give that evidence, alluding to all these honorable members who I think that in this house are just as honorable and as reasonable and as passionate and committed to the Constitution, the same way I am seeing the honorable members from the majority side, who I really, really respect. Mr. Speaker, I will request you to rule on that.
Now, honorable senators, you know, if we avoid these side shows, we can prosecute the business before us so well. Now, Senator Karungo, the senator who spoke and contributed to this motion from the minority side is only Senator Enoch Wambua. We don't know, at this juncture, we don't know the rest, whether they are supporting or they're opposing. So to make a blanket statement that the minority has a position and therefore impute a motive, I think to that extent, Senator Karungo, you are out of order, and proceed to retract that statement. The statement that referred to the minority side as senators who are here to remove the deputy governor, but otherwise for other businesses, they're not there. I think I've seen a lot of consistency in faces from the minority side debating on other businesses apart from this. So that blanket condemnation, Senator Karungo, kindly proceed to retract as we proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. All I wanted to show is how important this motion is, that even the senator who is raising a point of order, he came by ambulance to show. I'm just trying to show you how they take serious some of these issues, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Karungo.
That he will come out of the hospital, Mr.
Senator.
Speaker.
Order, senators. Have a seat, Senator Karungo, please.